And all of that happened in the middle of a global pandemic. I'm meteorologist Troy Bridges. That pandemic is still with us and hurricane season is back. If that has you feeling exhausted, you're not alone.
We had such an extraordinary hurricane season.
After the most active hurricane season on record,
We saw some really remarkable rates of strengthening.
during a pandemic,
There's a lot of fatigue, not just pandemic fatigue.
Dr. Michael Brennan understands families may feel worn out.
I think there's still hurricane fatigue left over from 2020.
Everyone at the National Hurricane Center lived through it too.
It was really a real success story, I think,
To pull that off, the Hurricane Center family had to plan.
where we were able to do operations remotely. And then when things got really busy and we had storms threatening the United States, we were able to come in here and work in the office and keep socially distant. And we wore masks.
Now your family needs a plan.
Know your risk, make sure you're covered with insurance, know where you're going to go, how you're going to take care of yourself so you don't have to make a plan when a storm threatens you at the last minute.
Because the pandemic will still be with us.
So you really have to have your guard up the entire season and be ready.
To be ready, stay informed.
Because you can have a storm like a Michael that forms and makes landfall as a major hurricane in 2 or 3 days.
Because storms often grow stronger.
Every Category 5 hurricane that's made landfall in the United States was a tropical storm 2 or 3 days before, and they hit that sweet spot and they rapidly strengthened.
Despite any fatigue you're feeling, pay attention.
What you may be told to do in a storm that might threaten you in June or July might be different from what you might be told in September or October. So people are just going to have to be able to adapt and adjust.
Get your family ready now.
Might have to evacuate for storm surge, know where you're going to go.
For when the next storm comes our way.
Try to see if you can go stay with a friend or neighbor that lives outside the surge zone.
Don't panic.
You don't have to travel hundreds of miles. You travel tens of miles to get yourself to safety.
But do prepare.
Just having that plan in place now can really reduce your anxiety level and your level of tension and stress when the storm actually approaches.